What's up? What's up? I'm gonna be reacting to Caddicarus Bugs Life review for PS1. For real. I know it's long and it's boring, but I'm just gonna get to it and get it over with. Alright, here we go. PlayStation. I'm not good at reacting, but okay. PlayStation. I gotta get out of this.
Right, I'm pretty sure everyone thinks I've quit YouTube forever, so now it's time to go outside into the glorious April springtime and relax. I forgot. I live in Britain. Fuck going outside anyway, that's what the PS1
Could be
is
snowing,
for.
it could be snowing, it could be worse. Rain's not that bad.
PS1. I need a life. But I can't enjoy playing PS1 anymore because every time I do, I think about the potential video I could be making about the game that I'm playing. So, I might as well make another video right now. All about Bugs Life the Dragon.
Bugs Life on PS1. I tell you what, I have fond memories of this game. It was one of the first movie tie-in games I ever played when I was very small, so it was already a cool experience because I
remember this on
being able
Mac
to play it
computer
was
when
like
I was
having a
in elementary school.
on your birthday on Halloween while you eat leftover Easter chocolate.
Anyway, greetings and salutations, my beautiful people, and welcome back to the Caddicarus show. I always have to do the deciding whether or not things deserve to be slaughtered or salvaged. And yeah, I've been meaning to talk about this game for a really long time now, years in fact, but I just never felt inspired to. But now,
dang, dude, he has a lot of games.
In April, in the middle of springtime, I can't think of a more appropriate game to play now because Bugs Life the movie has always reminded me of springtime. The deep, bright, luscious colours, the sunlight bouncing off of the plants, the ants fucking everywhere, get off the picnic please.
And I'm thrilled to report that after booting the game up and seeing actual FMV movie clips in relatively decent quality, the tutorial begins and it is pretty fucking spot on to the look and feel of the movie, so talk about a good first impression. The draw distance isn't perfect, but it's tolerable. It never made the game hard to play for me just because of how fast it plays, but it does get a little confusing in places like when I grab this telescope here.
Well, look at that!
Look at what? Oh, that! Not to mention the soundtrack. Oh my god,
sorry if I don't say much. Like I said, I'm not good at reactions.
It's one of my favorites on the PS1, and I don't need to explain why. Just listen to it in the training level.
Oh. Well, it might be a bit shy.
Scratch the music for the time being, then. What have you got to say, Mr. Sign?
Well, hello there, Flick.
Hello!
The ant's most basic line of defense is your berry throw.
Okay, so his logic is a little bit questionable, but at least he's very thorough without being pandering, making the game easy to understand for kids and not patronising for adults.
Jiminy cricket! I haven't seen a token that colour in years.
How could you not have seen one in years and then one just appears right there when you're talking about it? Oh, what's that? Oh, wait, I think I know what that is.
Sunflower seeds?
I smell a little bit of bullshit! And after some more talking...
You'll need to find another green token before you can reach the top.
More talking.
Standard bouncing mushroom.
More talking.
Well done.
And more talking.
Sunflower seeds.
We can start off on level 1 out of 15 to help Flick find some warrior bugs to come back home and chase away the smelly grasshoppers bullying the ants into harvesting food for them. Plus they're sex offenders. A Bug's Life is a collectathon platformer with slightly open levels that all follow the events of the movie pretty well. You do have a goalpost to end the level in any way you'd like at any time you want, but in order to unlock all the bonus movie clips for your not yet available on VHS Pixar movie about sticky fucking insects, you need to do 3 tasks in each stage to completion. Find all Flick tokens and gain a life, collect all 50 pieces of grain and fill your health back up, and lastly...
Because A Bug's Life is all about not allowing yourself to be bullied by bigger insects, so it only makes sense to fucking murder all of the smaller ones.
And if some of the levels appear too windy and confusing, like
green,
level 2 in the tunnels,
seeds.
the level that everyone says is the worst, but you fuckers clearly haven't played the canyons in a while. To help you find your way, you can activate...
Oh, the canyon.
Colourful... gas...
Orange.
boils. If you don't want the bonus movie clips, then there's no real reason to go for 100%. But at the time this game came out, having a lot of the film available on your PS1 memory card was a great incentive. Plus, with the collectathon elements, I just can't help myself. It feels good to grab anything shiny or spinny. I think it's a condition. But I mean, even though you can get the film streamed in HD to a computer in your pocket nowadays, you may want to go for 100% anyway, because just running for the goalpost means the game will last you just under an hour, which is... shit. And what else is shit? Well, this fucking camera, that's for sure. There's a camera locking button that pulls the image right back and lets it stay in the same place, which does have its uses, but 3D turning it is a pipe dream. And the only way that you can get it behind your head again is to keep still and wait for it to catch up behind you, or keep tapping the look around button until it fixes into place, which is alright, but whenever you're moving and need to keep on moving, well, yeah, that happens a lot. At least the death noise is funny.
I love that. Instead of dying, it sounds like Flick just had his day ruined.
The real question is though, do I think that this game sucks like the entire internet seems to have decided over the last few years? Is this video going to be a hilarious meme fest of caddy rage while he fails to play a game about ants in a kids movie?
No.
This isn't just nostalgia talking. How could I hate it? How could anyone hate it? The game is genuinely pretty...
Oh man, I'm sorry about the advertisements.
Old ideas, that's it. Calling anyone with grit.
Genuinely pretty good. I don't understand the hate. The options menu alone is adorable. How loud do you want your sound effects? Very buzzy? Or not very buzzy? Or quiet? And do you want vibration? Nah, Flick is alright, thanks. Or yes, I do, please, and Flick is fucking loving it.
Oh, I could travel to the city. I could search there.
If you went, you'd be on that silly search for weeks.
Hey, now, there's nothing silly about that. In fact, I do it pretty frequently. Yes, I found it!
In all seriousness, though, the game is genuinely pretty good, and it may not be the highest standard of platformer, collectathon, or action game out there. I think Toy Story fucking 2 does it a lot better, but it's still a valiant effort from Traveller's Tales before they went and started World War III. In order to progress through each stage to collect everything, you need to find the pre-mentioned seed tokens so you can grow different plants to reach different places. Each coloured token represents a different kind of plant to grow,
that's a
like
cool orb
platform
around him. It
plants,
looks like
launching
blood
plants,
veins.
health and
Whoa,
defense
that's a
plants,
cool orb
etc.
around him.
And
It
the
looks
more
like
of the same
blood
colour you
veins.
collect, the more upgraded said plant becomes. Most of the time, these plant seeds you can grow also can be carried around anywhere, allowing you to take shortcuts and reach inaccessible areas if you're clever enough. And some plant types you cycle between can be used in conjunction with other plants in imaginative ways, like flying on a dandelion but then getting further distance with a fan, or even throwing seeds onto those fans to launch them up to higher levels. Some even give you new abilities like the incredibly fun super jump, the ridiculous cannon plant, and can even act as automatic attacks you can carry around with you, or even give you shields or invincibility periods. But the only way you can feel yourself getting stronger in these ways is by doing what the game is built around. Running, jumping, exploring, and attacking your way around until you find all of these tokens via mini platforming puzzles and needing to use other upgraded plants to reach other tokens. There's a surprising level of freedom in that sense, and there's no one certain way you can finish a level with all the different places you can put the seeds and all the different orders you can grab the tokens to upgrade them. And the devs even thought about how slow and vulnerable you are in the state of carrying seeds around, so they allowed you to attack smaller creatures by throwing the seeds themselves. In level 1, for instance, I managed to complete it without grabbing around 5 or 6 plant tokens, just because I played the game so many times and know how to break it apart like my asshole after a long old fart. I also love it whenever you go into preview mode and you get to see Flick's eyes as they follow exactly where you point the camera. Little details like that are equally cute and horrifying. To protect yourself in the game, you need to throw
Yeah, I haven't played
berries,
this much,
for as
so I
weird
don't
as
know
that
that much
sounds.
about
Don't
this
know why you
game.
don't just bite everything to death like the little fuckers do in real life. Bastard ants. And there are different levels of power for them. Red is the default berry and so weak it can't even attack hard-shelled enemies. Blue is alright, double the power of red and actually hurts everything. Then there's the homing berries, mega homing berries, and then the elusive golden berry. Unless you have an upgraded plant that allows you to grow berries whenever you want to, though, once you find the hidden berry, do not grab any other fucking berry on your life. Otherwise, you'll swap the berry for whatever shitty little berry you just picked up with no way to get it back, and you'll want to drown yourself in the tears you'll inevitably cry. Berries, though, are awesome. They are hard to get, but totally worth it. Not just for the chance to get the token related to it, but you can also eliminate the enemy from the stage forever until you exit. And in some levels, you even get the chance to play with the Harvester, which acts the same way as the berry, but sacrifices movement speed and jumping. You can also suck up any nearby grain, so that's nice. It's way cooler to just wait for the berry, though. Since they track wherever the enemies are pretty accurately, there's nothing more satisfying than grabbing it, running back through the stage, spamming the throw button, and screaming, "Fuck you!"
Is there a boss
at the top
battle?
of your lungs while you exterminate
How long
everything
is
in your
this?
path, and the
No.
insects all bursting
8
into
minutes
pieces with
we're
that
in.
incredibly crunchy, beefy sound effect makes it even sexier. It's so badass that even Boss 1, Thumper,
Is there a
can't
boss
handle it
battle?
and just leaves the game.
How long
Before
is
getting
this?
that berry, though,
8
the next
minutes
best thing, in
we're
my
in.
opinion, is using the Bum Bash, and it feels alright when you splat and flatten the enemies, but the real treasure is clipping them just on the edge of their body so that when you hit the floor, they explode. Oh, yeah! If you hold the jump button after a Bum Bash as well, you also get to do what I like to call the skid mark slide.
And what about the images for the stages? Am I the only one here that thinks that the image that they used for the council chamber level looks exactly like if Mrs. Potts from Beauty and the Beast had a mustache?
Tale as old as time.
Oh, and the cliffside image just looks like someone making the derpiest face
I'm
imaginable.
still mesmerized by how many games he has.
They must have done that on purpose.
The level design as well is pretty good stuff. It's very similar to Toy Story fucking 2 in many ways, actually. It makes you feel like an ant in a larger-than-life series
I'm
of
still
trees
mesmerized
and
by
blades
how
of
many
grass
games he
towering over
has.
you. Leaves, Coke cans, playing cards, matchboxes, pebbles, these are your obstacles, and tiny cracks in dry bits of ground are deep and dangerous canyons to overcome. The visuals in this department really help in bringing it to life, and it really is just a shame the draw distance is as bad as it is. It could look a bit better, or at least do the Spyro thing of making the background much lower polygon counts to give the illusion of distance. And while contemplating this aspect of video game visual design from the late 90s, I noticed that Flick's name backwards is Kilf, and I don't know how to feel about that.
Kite I'd like to fuck.
And even though it's true to the style of the world, this doesn't help save the worst stage of the game, Stage 5, the Riverbed Canyon Maze. Yes, everyone who wants to meme it up and hate on this game only plays to level 2 and decides that that is too nonsensical and difficult, which it isn't that bad at all, guys, seriously. But this is the fucking worst. Where do I start? Well, 1, it's a maze. 2, there's over 50 enemies constantly attacking and following you. 3, there's spiky acorn things dropping all over the place and spreading out.
Every morning, Alex Rowland wakes up and begins his long day of reflection. Alex is a savvy investor.
I'll just cut the
Putting
ads
out
out.
spiky balls. 4, it features decent
Maybe
seafood
not,
but ones that are made needlessly
I'm not
with
going to,
tight
I don't
spaces
feel
and enemies everywhere, and if you
like
want to
it.
100% the stage, you need to grab the items on top of these puzzles. And speaking of those puzzles, 5, the mounds of dirt you have to climb up before flying the seeds up are insanely slippy, and the lack of camera control leaves you falling all of the damn time. 6, you get introduced to these disgusting fucking spiders with their beady little eyes, stupidly oversized legs, and spindly uncanny movements that make me feel itchy.
I don't know what's wrong with
7,
beady
there's
eyes. I don't know what's
constant
wrong with
back and forth
beady
gameplay while
eyes.
you carry heavy seeds very slowly in order to grab more seed tokens to then go back to other areas, once again in a maze. And finally, for a personal gripe, I was missing one fucking enemy for the Goldberry token for fucking ages, and once I finally found it, I was rewarded with a bonus cutscene that promptly glitched out and meant I had to reset the game and do the whole stage over again.
But what else can you expect from a game that has a caterpillar in it that says very clearly,
It's okay, you can jump on my tummy.
but then only allows you to jump on his back? This game is full of deceit!
Yes, the
You
Riverbed
can
Canyon
jump
does
on-
allow
you
you to
can
access the
jump
shield
on
plant
my
if you find all the tokens. That helps out majorly with the seed transportation, because I think the devs knew how much of a pain in the arse this level was, but no amount of shielding or can save this stage. It simply isn't that fun. I guess the second to last flying stage with Princess Atta isn't that fun either, but that's mainly because I made it 10 times more frustrating by trying to 100% it, so what do you expect in that situation? For most of the game though, aside from the camera, the controls behaved exactly like I expected them to, and it does feel good to zip and bounce around the stages. Even boss levels can be a little challenging. Yeah, mostly because of the camera. But
There
they are
is
all
boss
structured
battles,
totally
okay. There
differently
is
and
boss
have different
battles,
methods
okay.
of screwing you over. Thud the Fly, for instance, throws berries at you while you avoid rubbish in this rolling can, while he can remove your gold berry for the rest of the stage by throwing a super berry at you. And the bird you can't even reach until you lure it down with a homing berry plant that you have to grow. They're also made tons more stressful by the music. Yes, the music. Finally took you long enough to get here, you video. It's ridiculously layered with tons of woodwind instruments weaving different melodies around each other, complementing the foresty themes of the visuals with weaving tree branches and overgrowing nature. And it's heavily percussive without any standard drum kit for a great sense of urgency and groove whenever it calls
Yeah, I
for
think
it.
this
It
video
feels
is too long for
extremely
me. This video is
primal
too
and
long for
outdoorsy
me.
to add more
It's
live
almost
OP to
over.
the tracks. It's not typical platformer music. It actually manages to get away with using the same kinds of instruments for every single stage, and it somehow matches the mood that each stage wants to give off beautifully. And it really didn't need to go as far as it did to make the game that much better, but it does anyway. It's the same thing I feel hearing the Toy Story fucking 2 soundtrack, even though that one is a lot more varied. Here's a taster for you!
Dang, that's a big world. Dang, that's a big world.
what's even better? Guess who helped make this game? Yes, Dave Dudson. Sound effects are also pretty great too when they aren't busy kicking your ass
I don't
with
know
their
who
brilliance
Dave
like the golden
Dudson is. I don't know who
explosions
Dave
or butt
Dudson
smashing.
is.
They act as great atmospheric ambience like with the raindrops in the last anthill stage, and just make the rest of the platforming gameplay feel better, from the way that red berries bounce off of shells, to the way things get splattered, to the way that plants sprout to life when you jump on them. Flick also likes to chatter in the stages, and personally, though I think he can mouth off a little too much sometimes, it's never Gex levels of annoyance with pop culture reference spewing.
Oh, come on, I'm too puny to eat. You have poop.
Flick always has something sarcastic to say about the situation and reacts to what's happening to him and what enemies are around. And one or two lines did get a giggle out of me from how out of place they sounded.
Oh, that's gonna leave a stain.
You are talking about the blood of the insects that you just crushed, potentially staining the ground that they once walked on. You're fucking sadistic.
There's also something wildly satisfying about grabbing a line of grain and hearing this cute plinky plonky repeating note scale sound off with each one that you grab.
Grain, grain, grain.
Grain.
Hang on a second. Wait, so the mission of this stage is that I need to find all 5 of the blueberry scouts in order for them to fly the fake bird to scare the grasshoppers
Who's
away.
even
And
talking to? Who's even talking to?
you know the
Diane?
bird is right there, don't you? Why aren't you moving? Go! It's there! Okay, fine, I'll go and get you myself. Come on, Dim, take her to the bird. She clearly can't be fucked to walk a few steps. No, Dim, wait, Dim, stop. Where are you going? You're kidnapping her!
And that concludes everything I think about A Bug's Life on PS1, but the main question is, what does the game get exactly? Well, despite what everyone else on the internet says, this game's fucking good, alright? And I'm always right, so it gets the salvage today. Lovely. If it's your birthday today while watching this video, happy friggin' birthday to you. Please remember to stay beautiful. And don't worry, guys, I was never going to leave YouTube. In fact, one of the main reasons I changed my mind about that is because I was made aware of all of the really kind things that other YouTubers and people had to say about me. Like, this guy, Master J. Yeah, like that guy. I wonder what he has to say about the Caddicarus show.
An intro so forced and obviously written last that I was genuinely surprised to find out that it wasn't written by fucking Caddicarus, although it might as well have been. All it needed was a zoomed in high contrast audio.
Okay, let me explain one thing very clearly to you, you very nasty man. I don't think that could be any more untrue. In fact, I think I have some of the most philosophical and deep discussion on behavior.
Dang, man. Okay,
being
okay.
a robot means being a human first.
Was that it? Okay, that was it. Well, anyway, thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you want more. I don't know, like I'm not really a reaction person, but I'll do reactions if people want them sometimes. If I don't get copyrighted or anything, then I'll definitely do more. But yeah, this was just suggested by a person to react to this. So see you later, alligator, and a wild crocodile. See you soon, baboon. Peace.